So you grew up in L.A.?
Yeah, Koreatown my whole life.
Whoa. And so you grew up in L.A., and then when did you start, rapping and doing all that stuff in high school?
Yeah, but my whole thing was like I always wanted to be like an actor and comedian. Like I was a child actor. I was in a PlayStation 1 commercial.
You were?
Yeah.
Can you still see it or no?
I've been looking for. I can't find it.
Oh yeah. It's hard to find
it.
stuff.
I've been like really trying to find it because that's just like a funny thing to flex, you know.
Yeah.
But like
that's another one. What is flex?
Yeah. Show off.
What does it mean?
Self-explanatory, babe.
Show off.
You're flexing muscle.
Yeah, you're showing it off.
Write it down. Give me a pen. Give me a pen. Go get me a pen. I need a pen.
Flex,
Give me a pen. Oh, right
cash,
here? Okay.
and facts.
No, I'm not done. I'm not, right here. So what?
These are all.
I have to write.
These are all
Flex.
available at UrbanDictionary.com.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these are all
Flex, right?
Facts.
Lit.
Facts.
Wash.
Washed. Facts.
Yeah.
No,
it's
wrong.
like
F-A-X.
Put like fax machine.
Fax machine. Fax.
That's a new one.
That's how I've been saying. A fax.
yeah, but it's FACTS.
No. Not in my mind.
Fax machine.
Okay.
Yeah. So
You
those are the
really-
4. What?
You really thought it was like fax
Who
machine?
gives a fuck? Who gives a
sounds
fuck?
the same.
It all comes out the same.
It's pronounced the same
Yeah.
way. So
Yeah.
we're good.
All right. So you were flexing.
Yeah.
Please continue. You were flexing.
So yeah, I mean, I was like into like I made my mom like take me to auditions that I found out about. Like I was into it.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And then because I grew up on like TV stuff because my parents were always working. I was like latchkey kid. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was always home. Just grew up on sitcoms and TV shows like that. And then, but like early on, I wanted to get into acting. When I got into high school, I was like a stoner. You know, so I got into more music side.
Right.
You know, instead I wasn't like trying to go out to audition. I was a stoner. You know, so. I got into hip hop, and I was into like rock bands, indie rock bands too. So I look like some kid who could be like a member of Weezer the way I was dressed, but I rapped. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
And I wasn't making songs or anything. I was just freestyling and battling because those things like you don't have to like record or anything.
Yeah.
You know, you just hop in and you just freestyle, do whatever. Like
So you just learned it in high school, kind of when you were younger, around the environment you were in.
yeah, like I'll go to house parties, you know, kids be freestyling, and you know, like it was just like a drunken activity. You know, you'd smoke weed or drink, and you freestyle, you impress like, you know, kids around you and girls around you and stuff. So that's my main reason that I started was just to impress girls and get
That's what it's
free
all,
weed and alcohol.
Dude, the whole reason for anyone
That's
to
true.
do it is
It
to
is.
get pussy.
It is, and everybody always asks me, like, you know, because they want to answer, like, oh, to tell the Asian American story. I'm like, no, it was to get bitches. Like, it was like you know what I mean? It was like, but early on, and maybe later it could turn into something else, you know. But it's like,
Because kids walk up to me and they go, I just want to let you know that like you really paved the way for me and this and that. It's like I just wanted pussy.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I wasn't trying
That
to pave
happens to
nothing.
me all the time. They always ask me those things. I do a lot of like college shows with Asian organizations.
Yeah.
And they're always asking the same questions. You know what I mean? And they want the same answers out of me.
Yeah, but whatever your drive was, you still put pen to paper and you still made it happen and put the hard work. So whatever your motivation was, it's really irrelevant, right? Like
It is, it
your
is.
craft is your craft and you put the time and effort in
The
it.
funny thing is like early on though, like when I was freestyling and battling, like that craft was actually just me making fun of the other person. Like
Yeah.
there's
Right.
nothing deep about it. It was just like I'm just making fun of you and your mom and,
Yeah.
your shoes or whatever.
But
you know?
is it one of those things where, because I know when it comes to stand-up comedy, people go, oh, that guy is a great improviser or he's
Right.
good with the crowd work.
Right.
But what I know about the trick is that he already knows what to say 99% of the time because of just through trial and error and whatnot.
Premeditation.
Premeditation.
Right? Yeah,
So
right.
when you're freestyle rapping, how much of it is just out of your head at the moment and how much of it is that?
Well, the format kind of changed for battling. Before it used to be freestyle. So like you go to an event and there'll be a sign-up sheet and everybody signs up and they call like randomly the next two people. Like
you
without
don't know
knowing,
who you're doing.
And then that's when it was like completely off the dome.
Wow, that must be
Yeah.
scary.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can come up with you could premeditate like a couple lines that might work on anybody.
Well, if
you
he's
know, but-
fat, right, then you can,
Right.
do that. If he's a specific
Right.
nationality or race, maybe you can have some pre-stocked
Right,
thing,
right,
like
right.
Punjab, you're from the
Exactly.
desert or whatever.
Babe, calm down.
Someone wants to get into rap battling.
We're about to get real racist all of a sudden. No, I mean,
Yeah.
And the format changed though, where all of a sudden they started doing these a cappella battles where there was no more beat. You know, now there's no more beat. You know?
Why? I like the beat.
Because I think it made it more like enjoyable to anybody, you know, because before it was like you have a beat, and actually when you don't have a beat, you kind of have more time to think too.
Yeah.
And you prepare, like actually now, like it's not really freestyle anymore. You actually come prepared. So it's like a boxing match, like Manny and Pacquiao and Mayweather fighting in a month. So these two opponents prepare for each other.
See, then that's not really that freestyle.
It's not freestyle, but it is. The battling got better because I remember like. Now when I watch my old freestyle battles, they're not as good as I remember it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm like, dude, I was just talking about that guy's shoes for like 3 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
Now, but then when you watch the like the written ones where they prepare for each other, they're like good. You know, you could rewatch it. You know, it's like a roast battle.
Right.
You know, all those like roast battles. And
That's a
stuff.
specific kind of talent, dude. I really do mean that.
I mean, these battlers are like, you know, they're really into it heavy. Like there's hundreds of leagues across the world now and shit.
Wow.
Russia, Philippines, like China, like different languages, you know. Like I know this one Lebanese guy who's considered like one of the top battlers, and he's like obsessed. Like I was doing a movie about battle rap recently, and there was a scene where I was like attacking like another person with Asian jokes, like Asian battle lines. So I asked this guy who I actually battled in the past. I was like, yo, do you have any lines that you'd never used on me?
Yeah.
He was like, hold on. He went through his Rolodex where he had like a section for fat people, Asians, Latinos. He just had these lines, like all these lines just ready, like for whoever he's going to battle next, whoever it could be. Just a Rolodex of just racial, you know, physical feature jokes.
Is there a line you can't cross?
Nah, people are mean. And
No, there is no line.
No, racist. Like you can get racial. You know, just really mean. You get personal. People are pulling out police files and shit.
Like let's say
97. You
right.
sexually assaulted this
But like
person.
one example, let's say I was doing it with you, and let's say your dad died from a disease,
for sure.
and people go, "Oh, your dad died."
I've heard this person
facts.
come at somebody about their mentally disabled mom.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Like, go-
I mean,
That was so good.
That's the thing. Some of the reactions are like, ooh. Like
Yeah.
they're not always funny either. It's just like, ouch. Like, he don't give a fuck.
Fuck, right.
You know, like
But
those
that wins you street credibility. Cred.
not all the time. Just people all have their
Cred.
different angles. Like
Right.
the guy who's like mean and doesn't give a fuck, like that's his angle. My angle is more like the let's all make fun of this guy together kind of angle. You know what I mean? I'm more like a comedian kind of guy in that scene.
Yeah.
But there's a guy who right in your face, like right there, yelling at your face, spitting in your face, like just
gross.
just mean. You know
Really,
what I mean?
really mean.
I'm not really the mean guy. Like
You're more crafty then.
I'm more like, hey, look at this. I'm the Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah. Wow.
So you were the pioneer then, right? For like Asians, would you say?
No, Jin was like the pioneer,
MC
and I
Jin.
was like the new generation after Jin.
I've never even heard of Jin.
You never heard of Jin?
MC
No,
Jin?
and can I just say that's a credit to you, my friend. You're lit. You're flex. You're washed. You're fat.
You're crap.
Maybe you're not that washed if I'm the newer guy.
Yeah. You're all that.
Okay.
We're gonna
And
take a
bag of
second.
chips.
We're gonna take a second for.